Hello, everyone. Welcome to Smart Investing. As you guys can see, I had to change my background picture because I need to get lost in the desert. First and foremost, I don't think I've mentioned this. It's not off topic, but I'm tired of hearing about the Silicon Valley Bank news. Ever since last week, they've gone bankrupt. There's different scenarios. I'm sure people are trying to figure out what's going on. Then today, Credit Suisse is announcing that, you know, their shares dropped like close to, like, I think over 15% today, maybe close to 20. I don't know. So it's causing a chain reaction again into foreign countries. Uh, so not only the Swiss bank over there, Uh, what's that other bank? There was another bank that I was reading about that they're trying to investigate. I forgot the name of it. It wasn't even that important. It was an overseas bank in Europe or something. So now it's a back and forth chain reaction, which I expected. Banks are still gonna perform worse, and it's just a matter of time. So obviously, we're not here for that, but I just thought I explained my background because uh everywhere I go, like everybody's just talking. I feel like I'm in a room uh trapped with people just saying and repeating the same thing. I just every news person is like on this. And then even my channels that I look at, that I follow, that's all they have to talk about. Um, as a person who's very, very accurate, I have to stay away from the noise. Again, I just want to be alone, be by myself, gather my thoughts, and just move on from this. This is all I hear this past week. And this whole week has been even worse. So anyhow, we're gonna move on to the special dividends. Let me just shut up and move on, because I know that's what you guys are here for. So anyhow, let me focus on this because it's just um, it's important, but I kind of find it a little bit annoying already. It's been a week. Every day, it's like even more uh, people and channels and news and forecasting and all this other crap. When I've been covering this since last year. The proof is in the pudding. So if anybody's gonna complain, it's gonna be me. I've been again. I look at all my videos since last year. Not one single soul, I think, even on YouTube, even on the news or whatever, can even say and argue the point and can even have a say so way before this even happened. I saw this from a mile away. And like I said, they're not the only one. It just happened to be that bank. A lot of these banks are just insolvent. So I'm just expecting that. Like I said, I'm forecasting to end the whole banking sector by June. I do have a life, so I can't upload videos every day. If I did, I'd be done even by May. But again, I have a life, so I'm already, again, forecasting to be done by mid June. And then also, June is also a big month for the Fed because whether or not, whatever decision they make for the federal debt ceiling and limit, it's gonna screw them either way. They're just shooting themselves in the foot. I just want to see how chaotic it's gonna be on the markets, how much fear is going to grow, and how much chaos is going to pursue going into the next few weeks, heading into June, and the aftermath right after June. So it's already planned pretty much. It's just a matter of again smart investing and smart trading and being prepared well before everything happens because you won't be in for any surprises on my channel when you already know everything that's expected. So again, let me shut up. Final thought about it that I hope you guys are over that. So, anyways, that was just my quick rant. So, anyhow, moving on to the special dividend stocks. I only have four for you guys today. Again, I've had a longer list than this, but I actually cut it down to more than half because I actually clicked on the companies that actually paid or the ones that were an honorable mention. So we're going to start off with the first one at the bottom and work our way up. First one up, CPG, Crescent Point. This stock was available for the special dividend payment for 3 cents. It's not a lot, but you do just want to see consistency. So that's pretty much the name of the game. So we're looking at payments from 2023. They had two payments, one on March 9th and one yesterday for 10 cents. So you pretty much almost had a payment, two payments in the same week, almost. Let me see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5 days apart. So, yeah, pretty much. Just about a week. So you would have had a 13 cents payment in total. Now, looking at previous payments, it looks like they had a special dividend payment in November of last year. And anything before that was just a regular dividend payment. So they're not a consistent dividend payer. So again, they almost qualify for a consistent dividend payer. That's how I like to do it. So if they can pay a special dividend every year for the next 3 years, so they paid one in 2022 and one in 2023. They just need one more payment in 2024 for next year to pay, and then I'd consider them a consistent special dividend payer. So with that said, it's not a stock to be watch listed as of right now, but again, hopefully and willingly next year, if they do pay, again, they will be considered in my book that they're solid for a special dividend paying company. So again, I'm only showing payments and ticker symbols about the company. I'm not giving honorable mentions. I'm not mentioning anything about charts or anything, seeing if they're good or bad companies. I'm just showing if they are a special dividend payer. Next one up is RPKIF, Richards Packaging. Right away, this company is OTC, over the counter. Super high risk. This is even beyond my typical risk. My 5-point step plan of risk. This is even beyond my high risk. OTCs, over the counter. These over the counter pink slips, these are not companies that are they're on the public market, but they're not really registered, or they're not they're not overseen by the Securities Exchange Commission. So they have less regulations and less visibility, if that makes any sense. So they can get away with a little bit more things. But on the downside too, in the public market, more people are not interested in this stock. So again, I want to relay the message. If you're the first time seeing this, when you're seeing OTC, these official penny stocks, or these stocks are on the pink slips, they're no good. They're super high risk, beyond my risk. I don't recommend them. They're nice to see, but I don't recommend them at all. Don't even add them to the watch list at all, because they're super high risk And once you get into them, they're hard to get out. So basically, when you do a transaction, you buy shares and you sell shares. So when you buy them, it's very, very difficult for a price range to be active day to day. So basically, what I'm saying, you're not going to get price movement a lot on this. And then to sell it, you might not be able to sell it same day. You might not be able to sell it the same week. Hell, you might not even be willing to sell it the same month. That's how hard it is for these stocks over the counter, also known as these pink sheet stocks. They're very hard to sell as well. They're hard to buy and hard to sell as well. So once you get in these, it's just hard to get a buyer. And then I've said it before, I've showed it before, and I've done it before. Not personally, I've never invested, but I've looked into the numbers and I've seen the work that is done here. So they pay crazy special dividends, but that's just a trap. That's just a value trap to get you interested into the stock. So the person that's selling it is trying to get out of there. So you're pretty much stuck holding the bag full of crap, and you're trying to get rid of it and pass it along as well, playing hot potato. So anyhow, RPKIF, this is actually a Canadian company. You can actually see those monies that are paid in Canadian dollars. So they did pay a special dividend on March 15th today for 38 cents. The payment before that was in February. So it looks like they paid monthly. And so far they're on track. They paid 11 cents last month and 11 cents the month before. As you can see, the track record for payments, very consistent, paying 11 cents. That's too low for me. To each their own. Not interested. Don't even look at them or be interested. But again, I'm just showing you for educational purposes only. So with that said, even if they do pay several times this year, I wouldn't consider them. I don't like companies that are OTCs. They could pay 3 times for the next 5 years. I still won't even bother. The only way that this company can actually, or companies that can do better and can do well, is when they move on and have an upgrade of that level from the public market and move from pink sheets to an actual certified stock, and be official and be regulated by SEC and, get some more activity going into this stock. So moving on from that, next stock up is FDUS. FDUS, you can see that chart taking off. They are still holding up. And FDUS, so they're a closed-end fund. And it looks like they were about to pay a special dividend. I thought they did pay it for this year. They should be paying soon. If they don't, then again, I apologize. But typically, around mid-March, it should be around this time that they should pay. I don't know what the delay is. But again, this was on my list that they are going to pay or were going to pay. Or maybe they haven't fully decided yet as to how much or whatever. But again, this was on my list that they are a special dividend company. But it doesn't seem like they paid yet. But so now let's go to the past history. They do have a past history of paying special dividends, you can see, since 2018. I want to back it up to 2020 again, because that was a tiny recession. Obviously, some people don't want to officially call it that, but that was a recession in 2020. And apparently we bounced back in 2 months because of the bailout. So anyways, In 2019, they did not pay the special dividend. And then in 2020, looking at that, between that, they only did one special dividend payment, which is understandable. Everybody was doing bad that year. Moving on from 2020 to 2021. Oh, wow. I need to finish that page then. So let's see. Start from 2021 all the way to 2021, ending that. Wow. So they had two payments in March, two payments. So they had total of 8 payments. But out of those 8 payments, again, they paid on the same day for 4 times. So what I mean is the special dividend and the regular dividend on the same day for March. Special dividend in June, same day. Different payment. So we have here, so 7 cents and then 31 cents in March. So that was a raise. That was a raise from the special dividend, and that was a drop. But we look at these total payments. Total payments. That's at least a total payment of 20 cents, not including the dividends. So we include the dividends. We're looking at about, let's see, we have 30 cents, 60. That's $1 up to there, $1.30 minimum, just for regular dividends. Then we add the special dividends, which would be, so let's say $1.35, $1.45, $1.50. So $1.50 for 2021. And then for 2022, they only had, let's see, 5 payments. So twice in March, one for June, one for September, and one for December. So we can see these random payments, but they're still payments. So special dividend of 17 cents. Was that the biggest one thus far? It does look like the biggest special dividend payment. So it doesn't look like, if you look at it this way, this is how I'm looking at it for 2022, 17 cents. Now, the total payments for 2021, was that 17 cents? Let's do the math. So we have 5 cents, we have 15 cents. So no, it did not beat the 2021, but close to it. So that's actually not too bad. Close to 2021 estimates. So moving on from that, we're into 2023. It's already March 15th today. So they've been pretty consistent paying mid-March. We're pretty much due to have that payment if and when and willingly. But I just don't see it yet. No payment at all yet. So we see that there's no payment. And again, the last payment was in December for 36 cents. And again, they continue those payments for 2022. And then the regular dividend payments, again, they were even over $1.50. And that's just the regular dividend, not counting the special dividend. So you're looking at around $1.60. So a raise from last year, which is pretty good. So hopefully next year they can pay the special dividend. Well, we're not done with this year, but if they do, we'll have to look at the numbers, review some financials, see some reports for the year, see if they're a good company or not, and then they might be considered as a special dividend paying company that pays those payments. Next one up, is the last one. Are they a special dividend payer? This one really stood out to me, but they're OTC, and I want to explain this company real quick. I've never ever seen in almost my 10 years of investing, personal investing, uh, uh, dividend payment for the whole year as high as this one. Never in my lifetime have I seen that, even with special dividends included. So this company is on the pink slips, on the OTC, as you can see, over the counter, pink slips. Never heard of this ticker symbol. Just by the name alone, Amen Properties, I'm assuming they're in real estate. Common sense. $600 a share. That's most. That's more than most companies that there are. I mean, I can't think of how. There's very few stocks that are worth even over $600, and then that's not including their market cap. Like, why is this company so expensive, but then their market cap is so low? Not even in the billions. This is not even a billion-dollar company. So what is it that's going on? And they have no activity. Look at this volume, 7. That's laughable. That is laughable. It's only been traded 7 times. That's laughable. It's not. This is not really even worthy to look at as a trader. Now, looking at this as an investor, if you're a newbie, you're definitely gonna see these payments and say, "Wow, that is nice. That's a nice payday." So let's move back and let's see as far as history can take us. So we're talking about 2018. So again, this company did not pay a special dividend in 2023. But again, this company did not come up on my radar for 2022 at all. But for some reason, it came up on my radar for 2023. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But very, very interesting to see this trap. Again, you see these history of payments. Insanely high. Double-digit payments. This is like beyond believable. So let's just talk about this real quick. We have here in 2018, March. Let's look at 2018. Let's separate these into years. So this is insane. We have 20, 40, 60, $70 in dividends for the year 2018. Just with the dividend alone, $70. Some companies are not even worth $70. So that was just for 2018. Did it go even higher? Because again, ever since 2020, everything doubled and tripled in stock prices. So 2019, you paid total amount of 80. Guys see that, right? You guys clearly see that. $80 in dividends for the year. That's totally insane. That's a $10 raise from the year before. But again, another trap, another value trap. Even if the share price went down, still a value trap. 2019, consistent payments, mid-March, mid-June, mid-September, mid-December. Close to the same payments from last year. I know this looks sloppy, but I'll fix it up again. So let's do this. That looks better. So you guys can see that. So a $10 difference from the year before that. So moving on to 2020, all the way to 2022. So separate these into years. Again, they haven't paid a special dividend, and they didn't even need to. That's just an insane amount. Regardless, uh, I just can't believe these numbers. I've never seen these numbers. So in 2020, they paid a total of 37.50. That's almost half. They reduced the dividend total payment almost half. So they went from 70 to close to 35. And it's still a monstrosity of a payment for the year. $35 for the year. Again, that's insanely high. More than any other company I've seen in the 10 years that I've been evaluating companies. Now in 2021, they lowered it, which is still pretty high. I mean, got $15, $30, so lowered it $7. So now in 2022, 5 payments. So right here, this is already $30. That's already 40, 42, 45. So it raised about $15 from last year. So from 2022, they earned $15 more compared to 2021. And then I can't even think about the percentage in yields. But again, that's still high. So anyhow, this company is a value trap. Definitely. I want to see what this company does. So it says they are in the oil and gas exploration and production. From my knowledge and high accuracy and high performance, the oil and gas exploration and production, out of all industries and sectors, I will agree this company does make money just by the industry alone. Typically, they're very profitable. I'll rank them in the top 10, definitely for the industry. They do make money. And it's always reoccurring revenue. Prices range because obviously gas prices go up and down. And obviously they vary from state to state and county to county. This is all throughout the U.S. and everybody needs gas anyway. Aside from, the U.S., it's like, it's an economy production. So everyone in the world needs gas. So I want to read about this real quick and see what else they are invested in because so it says they own a portfolio of properties including real estate, oil and gas interests, has investments in real estate and SFF royalty. I don't know what SFF means. Royalty, I know what that means. So it sounds like oil and gas royalty. This makes more sense. So they own oil and gas royalties and working interests in various states. The company also holds interest in Nema Properties LLC. That's actually, if I'm understanding this right, that's pretty smart. So it sounds to me that, obviously don't add this to the watch list, but that's actually pretty smart. So it sounds like they buy commercial property, and when they buy it for commercial purposes, it sounds like they only want people, obviously they're going to lease it, they're going to rent out the land, but who they're renting it to, it sounds like they're only renting it to people that only want to be in the oil and gas industry. And then on top of that, obviously they sign papers and whatever, but then it only has to be midstream, which is production. So aside from them selling the land, whoever they sell it to, leasing the property is one. and then it sounds like they want to take a cut. They want a piece of their cut, their piece of the pie of what that business is actually producing. So not only are they investing in the land, it sounds like they're investing into that business as well, and they want their royalties on top of that. So it almost sounds like they're collecting double payments. Sounds like they're collecting double payments, one for the land and investing into that company. They don't fully own it, but maybe a small percentage, maybe not majority, but probably very minor or close to it being very minor. And like I said, it sounds like they're collecting payments monthly or something like that. So it sounds like they're doing commercial and producing oil at the same time. So that's pretty smart. And collecting royalties by doing that. So anyhow, I've never heard of this company. I'll do more research on it. For now, it's a value trap, but I just find that concept pretty interesting. So who knows? Maybe, hopefully, maybe and hopefully, when this company gets off the OTC, they can become a better uh, recognized company. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. I know this video is long. Again, you don't have to watch the whole thing. It's from my logs anyway. So I'll come back to this company when I see fit. So again, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.